We are good to go. October Red, I'm here with Solomon Dacres, Birmingham's very own champion, English champion, soon to be British, Commonwealth. You're going to work your way to the top.
You know how we do, man. Start of the ladder, aren't we? So just chipping away all the way to the top. You know?
How have you found the journey so far? Because I know you've been a bit stop-start, injury, just a slight bit of inactivity. So how have you found it so far from your debut 2021 until you're here now, probably going to be, co-maining with your fight, Frank?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's pro boxing. You start to realise when you speak to all the fighters and that you're not going to fight like you want every 2 months, every 3 months. Sometimes it's going to be 3, 4 months, 5 months. It's just how the promoters work and things like that. It's out of your control. Stay in the gym, stay active, and when the time comes, I'm ready.
Somebody that stays in the gym, somebody that stays fit. Waiting those periods of time, how do you deal with that frustration, Solomon? I'm saying this because there's other fighters that are going to be coming up and may have to wait. It may not be like you said, that every 2 months, every 3 months.
Just got to stay disciplined. I'm in the game for the long run. So it's a career, not just a hobby. So it's what I do day to day. And I've had injuries in the past where I've been out for 6 months. I've been out for 10 months. Back in the amateur days, and even in the start of my pro career. Patience is key, and like I say, it's a career, it's a lifestyle. It's not just 6 to 8 weeks and a fight's coming up. Stay in the gym ready all the time.
Let our viewers know a little bit how you train, because I don't think we really appreciate how much effort you actually put into your training before your fights. Give us a summary of what a week with Solomon Dacres is like.
Yeah, I'm training twice a day. I'm boxing in here every morning, and then on the evening I'm either running or do my strength and conditioning work. So Monday, I'm boxing, then I'm doing my S&C work on the evening, either running, long distance, intervals, doing my weight sessions, a couple of weight sessions a week, couple of runs and a strength and conditioning circuit. And then I train on a Saturday morning as well. So it's twice a day every day, once on a Saturday. Sunday we can rest and then we go again the week after.
The benefits of that, what does that do for you? You're known as a fighter that's got an engine, a fighter that doesn't gas. Everyone will say that you've got a high punch output. But your words, what does that type of training do for you, your discipline?
Stamina is key for one, of course. Your fitness, your engine. And, you've got to do everything, fighters, all fighters know, you're not a runner, but you got to run. You're not a weightlifter, you got to lift weights. You've got to box, you've got to spar, you've got to do all these things so that when you get in that ring, you're in the best shape that you can be in. You can't leave any stone unturned, you know what I mean? So it's just all preparation so that you give yourself the best chance when you get in that ring.
What do they call it? The squared circle of truth?
Squared circle of truth. And it is true because that ring is a lie detector, like they say. If you haven't put the hard work in the gym, you get in that ring, someone out there that's going to have been doing those things and he's coming for you in there. And you know what? That's when it all comes out. So you just got to put everything you can in the gym.
How is it being in your gym when you're used to training in here on your own? And right about now, it's like an absolute carnival in here. What's it like seeing it so busy?
Yeah, it's good, because we've got something in here now where all these kids that are watching us box on the weekend or watching the TV on the weekend, they're seeing Eddie Hearn in the gym, they're seeing Matchroom Boxing, they're seeing all these cameras. And, it's a reality. It could be one of these kids that's the next one in a couple of years' time to be doing the same thing. So it's good to see it all in here.
We're going to talk to you about your opponent, a South African. Quite a good record, to be fair. He's had more fights than you. He's got that professional experience. Have you had to look at him? And if so, what are your thoughts on his attributes?
Yeah, like I say, he's a bit more experienced. Every time he's sort of stepped to a certain level, he's come up a bit short, but he's going to come for a matchroom show. He's going to come to try and take a scalp. So I'm sure he'll be game and he'll be up for it. He's someone that I think is in good shape and trains hard. So I'm just ready for whoever it is, the best opponent that it could be in the world, and I'm just going to be ready and just put everything I can in that ring.
We know that you're not someone who shies away from anybody and somebody that enjoys the art of boxing. But there's always been a question over the back of you, power. Talk to me about that, Solomon.
I'm a heavyweight, of course I got power. Some of the opponents, when you're looking back now, Sokolowski, the big punches haven't stopped him. Even my other opponent, Espindola, he's took people to rounds. He's not really getting stopped or dropped. So, this just because I had those guys for my first few fights where I could have had, guys that I'll just chin easily. And then look what happened in my last fight. Someone that come to fight, I stopped him in 2 rounds. And the power's coming, I'm getting bigger. I'm weighing like 20 pounds heavier than my debut. In shape though, you know what I mean? I'm not carrying no like flesh and that. Maybe like the abs ain't as ripped, but you know what I mean? For the weight and strength I put on, I'm fit as a fiddle. I'm strong and I'm rugged, I'm robust. And yeah, man, the power, it's in the hands, man. It'll just come when I start landing.
We're not asking you to overlook any opponents. I don't want to do that. I don't want to seem disrespectful to this chap that's coming to fight you on the weekend. The stop-start, what do you want from your career? What do you want next? Because we've got that lovely British title that seems to create absolute controversy wherever it goes. Your thoughts on that belt?
Just get the fights on, I'm chomping at the bit. I wanted to be the one fighting for the British title next. All this palaver, purse bids, whoever's mandatory for it, this and that. Accept the fight. Whoever fights next, the winner, I'll fight the winner. You know what I mean? All it takes is put my name down on that paper and I'm taking it.
Rumour has it that you even put your name in to fight Anthony Joshua. Talk to us about that. Look at that grin. I know it's the truth now.
Yeah, like you said, Dylan Whyte pulled out. I don't go talking about it. We just got the official pathways, and we put our name forward officially as an offer for the fight. Said we'll take the fight, and Matchroom said we'll consider it. But obviously they would have probably taken who they're going to take. But we put our name in the mix to know. You know what? I mean business. You know what I mean? And I would have took that fight in a heartbeat.
I know maybe not many people know, but you have shared several rounds with Anthony Joshua. So albeit his style may have evolved or changed, but anyway, your words, how do you think that fight would have gone based on how you know him as a boxer?
You can't say, until you get in there, you can all say this and that. But, I'm just confident in my own ability. When I was sparring him, I was still at amateur and he was, unified world champion and I was doing very well. So as I've developed as a pro now, yeah, I'm only getting better and I'm confident and, like you say, man, I had every intention to jumping in on the weekend if I needed to.
Your thoughts on that fight anyway? I'm presuming you did watch it as a fan of boxing yourself. What did you think of the fight?
Yeah, he got the finish, Helenius ain't got the greatest chin, he's wilder than him in one. And he got the finish he needed, but maybe, a bit reserved from Joshua in the first few rounds. Maybe he's not at his peak anymore, but he got the job done at the end of the day. And a late replacement, maybe he was thinking of Andy Ruiz when he come in late and thinking, if I do something silly here, you never know, you get caught. So, it was a bit reserved performance, to be honest, but he got the job done in the end.
What do you think that gets to a fighter? This is what I like to talk about, like the mindsets of the fighter, where he almost seems to overthink things so much it can hold him back, because we saw like he was throwing the shots and he was catching Helenius really nicely, but then he just wouldn't follow through. What is it in a fighter's mind that just makes them just a little bit kind of like reserved?
It's just in their own mind, they might have their own doubts or their own, conflicts in their own mind and confidence might not be quite there like it used to be. So, it's just a mental game as it is much a physical game in boxing. So, it's all down to how he's feeling in his mind, or any fighter in that matter.
And what do you learn from that kind of like watching what he's gone through? What do you learn? Because this is the same career path that you're going along.
I'm a student of boxing. I'm learning from fighters from 100 years ago. I'm watching all these old fighters. Your Archie Moores, your Jersey Joe Walcotts, your Joe Lewises, and then all through the years, I've watched this all. For years, I've been watching this stuff. So I study boxing, and you know what? You just take everything you can from everything you can see. Make their mistakes your lessons.
We love that. What a way to end. Solomon Dacres, all the best on Saturday. I know it's going to be another boxing match. I want to see you get the KO, though. You've got to get the KO. Until the next time, and all the best.
All right, nice one, man. Appreciate it.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.